The 62-year-old West Virginia man accused of shooting and killing an African-American teenager should not have had a gun at all. William Pulliam shot 15-year-old James Means after a verbal confrontation Monday night. He is now accused of first-degree murder. CNN's Ryan Young has more. So, Ryan, the suspect gave a jailhouse interview. What did he say?
Well, he did give a jailhouse interview, and this is one of those stories you got to keep looking at and try to unravel it because there's so many different details about this one, Pamela. The suspect says that he was walking to a Dollar General when he bumped into three teens and that they exchanged some sort of words. He then says in this jailhouse interview that the 15-year-old James Mead produced a gun and was waving it around. He said he wanted to get away from that young man. He went to the dollar store, and on returning from that dollar store, he actually crossed the street to avoid this young man. He says then James Mead crossed the street. They had more words. And that's when he pulled his gun. Listen to some of the words he said during that jailhouse interview.
I felt my life was in danger. I'm sorry, but I'm 62 years old. I'm not going to take a bunch of punks beating me up. I don't care if they're white or black. Nobody's going to do me like that. It doesn't make any difference he's black. My God, everybody I live around here is black. I get along with all of them. Ask them.
And so that's the conversation here at this point, trying to figure out exactly what happened. Police say in their complaint that William Pulliam said to them he took another piece of trash off the street. That's actually in their criminal complaint. Now he's saying he did not say that. We've obviously reached out to the police department to get their side of the story. One of the things we also want to talk to them about is whether or not this 15-year-old was possessing a gun at the time when this confrontation happened. That's also not a part of the initial police report. But one of the things that people are talking about, obviously, is what happened to put these two men together where he pulled out a gun and then, according to police, went home, ate dinner before police arrived to arrest him. So a lot of troubling details here in this one, Pamela.
That's disturbing. And the suspect wasn't even supposed to have a gun in the first place. Is that right?
Absolutely right. Back in 2013, he pleaded no contest to a domestic abuse charges, and by federal law, he was not supposed to have a gun. So obviously, he was walking around with that revolver at the time when he had this confrontation with the teen. He would face charges for that as well. So, of course, there's a lot to unravel here because if that teen had a gun, obviously this changes parts of the story and whether or not who was the aggressor and who was involved in this.